Good, real good.
What we got going on over here?
So we're doing a little podcast.
Exactly like it should.
It tastes brown.
It tastes like embarrassment. We haven't received any ransom letters.
This is Dewey Raw, the podcast that gives you a behind-the-scenes look at the biggest little party town on the Delaware Shore.
We, just like everybody else, have no idea what's going to happen.
Do you want to talk to the starboard manager about that?
Hi!
I love this podcast.
There we go. All right, how about now?
We're falling apart.
Happy birthday to Toastie.
Dude, I am so glad
Happy, good seeing you.
that...
No sound, guys. Thank you.
Oh, we have sound now.
Little mix-up at the very beginning. Thank you, Danielle, Tracy, and Wilbur.
Well, at least all you guys missed was me giving you like the most
I know.
heartfelt, sincere, like the staff here is the absolute best.
I mean, yeah.
But they know it, so when you see them, thank them.
Do they know
And
it?
if you see anybody that works in the kitchen here, like if they're 21, like buy them a beer, they deserve it.
Yeah.
They work harder than anybody else. And that's it, man. Last week was crazy. And now
Busy.
it's still going to be busy, but I think last week was the...
Was that like the peak?
I don't think it was the peak, but I think it was the most vertical face of climbing Mount Everest.
I'm sure that it doesn't help that it's also been 1,000 degrees and
But you know what they
1,000,000% humidity.
People don't die climbing Mount Everest; they die coming down. So if say we are on the coming down side, this is going to be the most difficult to manage.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I've got.
So last week we talked briefly about the Restaurant Olympics.
Yes.
And you had made a comment, and I wanted just to go back to that comment because you said it's a great day, but it's not that important because it doesn't serve the customers. And I'm here to say, well, maybe it does serve the customers because having a little R&R for the staff that's working so hard helps to recharge and helps to,
We're still open that day, and everybody has to come to work. So you have a very good point, but
right.
there's like six people on the team, plus like somebody fanning them down.
Yeah.
But we're open.
We're open.
We're not going to stop.
I mean,
I mean, we might stop, but.
Well, and one thing you did
Isn't
say...
it the day after the employee party? Is that what we talked about? Or is that canoe races?
The canoe races are...
No, it's Restaurant Olympics. Canoe races is the 27th of this month.
Okay. The Dewey Business Partnership
Canoe races.
Canoe races. We need to have Kelly on to
27.
find out the details.
How do we get a team for that, Natalie? How do we get a team for that, for the canoe races?
Yeah, how do we book a canoe race team?
How do you pick a team?
No, like,
Book, like
how do
that.
we register ourselves?
It's on the Dewey Business Partnership website.
Go to the Dewey Business Partnership website.
There's an Eventbrite.
There's an Eventbrite link.
EBDBB&B?
I think Chapko tuning in.
He's always tuning in. He was just here.
He's our favorite. He's a
He's our number one listener.
long time listener.
Hey,
Oh, that's great.
will you make us some teams?
Here, let me see that.
Can we make a team right here?
Can we make a team right here? Can we
Oh
log
my
in?
God! Look at all the open tabs.
I know that's.
Ugh.
I hope none of them are porn. It's Natalie's computer.
It's not Joe. It's not Hunter Biden's.
Oh.
Good thing it's.
Is that too soon?
Hey, I got to meet the duck fluffer just before we
Dude, Danny,
came on the show.
Yeah.
Super nice guy.
filling that thing with ducks.
Filling the fun zone with ducks. Toastie, why don't you tell us who our sponsor for today is?
Well, the sponsor for the Instagram bit of this was a Dogfish Head Blue Hen Pilsner,
I like it.
but we haven't quite decided what the actual podcast sponsor is going to be yet. Monty was supposed to be here, but he's golfing in a tournament that they call the Dingle.
The Dingle?
Yeah, it's like
He was officially invited this time.
It's 36 holes at a local golf course with
It's a par 3, right?
some like, well, I mean, it's an undisclosed location.
Oh.
Gosh darn, dude. But it's a bunch of regular guys
Yeah.
that are like part of the bridge crowd, as we call them.
Yeah.
She loves money. And he
And,
is probably sweating through everything by now.
Sponsored by Casamigos. That was good.
I changed the light bulb earlier and I'm dying.
Yeah.
So he is not joining us, although he promised he would.
He was officially invited, which is funny because in my invitation to Monty, I said, I think I have the sound dialed in now. So.
We nailed that.
I'm trying to do it all,
I know.
on a Friday.
Isn't the producer supposed to do this?
Well, yeah. No, the producer just makes sure that
We need a sound guy.
we need a sound engineer.
No, we just need a kid that knows how to work an iPad.
That's 100% true. Speaking of kids who know how to work things and the kitchen staff, I popped my head back in there on Sunday afternoon for the Pips.
Yeah.
And they were like, I thought 2 o'clock they'd be, winding down
Nope.
from brunch, jamming. And the Shell Kid was back there.
Caden?
Yeah, just like running the show. Him and Hiram and Franklin were all back
Hyro?
there. Yeah,
You said high rum.
Hyro and Franklin.
Dude, so the kitchen program here has been a long-term project of where we used to get like frozen stuff. That was all Monty. Monty doesn't know how to cook, so he would get frozen stuff, and then I started to work here and become his boss. So I hope he listens to this one. Stood us up for
Yep.
a golf tournament. So we started to do things from scratch more and more and more and more.
Right.
We're pretty much, there's one thing that is not made from scratch in that kitchen, and that's the cream chip beef, because there's a guy named John Eisbray who's been a very long-term customer, and he was always hammering the guys to put cream chip beef on the menu.
Yeah.
And they did, and Jim, one of the owners, spent all this time working on this recipe, and John was like, dude, this is dog shit. He's like, just get the Stouffer stuff. And we're like, okay, well, like none of us eat cream chip beef, so that's what we're gonna do. So that's probably the one thing that's not made from scratch.
And
that's tater tots, but who the hell knows how to make those?
yeah, you don't make tater tots for real.
But dude,
So come to the Starboard and order the cream chip beef and
no,
or don't.
We have a little manager meeting later today about just trying to move people around to give the kitchen some help. So
Yep.
whether food runners here or bus kids, we're gonna try to get them all to work a shift or two back there to help, because we're like 10 days away from people going back to college,
Yeah.
going back to school. I mean, God forbid you play football.
Shoo, that's
Like,
the dumbest thing you could
so-
do.
so fun to watch.
Especially in college.
Dude, nobody here is playing football in college. One,
They're all skinny
yeah,
kids.
there's one kid that is in high school that may play in college, but other than that, probably not.
Yeah.
But now we got to help those guys find a way to make it through the rest of the summer without being absolutely just murdered every day.
Yeah.
And then that creating like tension, animosity, people not wanting to come to work, which is the last thing we want because we think it's the best place to work and it's the best place to visit if you're a customer.
Yes.
So that is our goal. So if you want a job, come see us.
Still looking to.
Dude,
yeah.
we're never not looking. If
Never not looking.
If you're a good person, we're going to hire you.
Yeah. There's a great team here. There really isn't any doubt about that.
Because every night I go to bed and I think to myself, is tomorrow the day that I start cooking again? And
Hey, I mean,
I think tomorrow is the day.
am I right in saying that Rex actually started as a line cook here?
Yeah, Rex was a bartender down the street and for whatever reason decided that he didn't want to work there, so we hired him to work in the kitchen, and I think I gotta remember the exact scenario because I've been here far too long.
I think he was looking to get out of one place and was like, "I'll do anything. I like cooking."
But I think he cooked, and then he also like had bar shifts at night. It was like part of the deal. Like,
Yeah.
hey, come here, help him cook, like,
Right.
and you'll get your bar shifts. And now look at him.
I mean, yeah, $100 tips like on every check.
I know.
you follow his
Dude,
Instagram.
some people are grumpy about that. I'm staying at him.
Yeah,
It's a Monty thing.
yeah. The
Dude, Todd got a monster tip today.
oh really? Today?
Yeah. But he's probably got to give half to Meg, so I guess it's only half the school's
Half.
Oh, then don't forget the IRS.
Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, you want to hear good news in my world?
I do.
I sold my house. What time is it?
You
Like,
stole your
I
house?
sold my house like 15 minutes ago.
Really? So this is, I mean, very much a live thing. Like you got
Dude, in like about a day.
It's amazing.
Yep.
It's a nice house. I've never been. I
gone.
know about where it is.
Dude, you should see a realtor.
Realtor.
Her name's Kim Hamer. She lives down the street.
Hammer?
Hamer.
Hamer.
Hamer. Kim
Ka-
Hamer.
Kim Hamer.
She's Justin Healy hooked me up with her from Ocean Atlantic, and he's like, dude, you have a time constraint to have a contingent sale, and it was like my house went live, showed 3-4 times yesterday, a couple offers in, showed 7 times so far today,
That's crazy.
and then it was like, hey, here's all cash, here's no home inspection, here's more money than you wanted, and we'll lease it back to you so you and your wife and kids aren't homeless. And I was like,
At least homeless for the time being.
I'm gonna live at Monty's house.
Yeah.
Hopefully by that time, like we've hit our sales goal where he has to go live in Turks and Caicos all winter.
Oh yeah.
So I'll just stay at his house.
Congratulations. It's exciting stuff. And you know, the fact of the matter is that it's only going to improve the starboard because you're actually moving closer to the starboard. So you're this team and this leadership under your guidance.
It won't take me about an hour and 45 minutes to drive here to have a 5-minute conversation and go home.
Right. Perfect.
But we also got a project that's hopefully going to happen down the street.
Oh, can we talk? Or can we tease that?
I think
a
we
little?
can. Somebody put it on the internet that we're, the Hammerhead's property on Bellevue.
Yeah.
We're trying to buy and refit it and turn it into like
That's big news.
a nice little restaurant.
Yeah.
So I'll be a part of that. So I need to be readily available.
Right.
And
Because that property
things.
hasn't been open.
no, man, this
All
staffing
summer.
shortage is
It's a real deal.
legit.
Yeah.
And like we're lucky that we're able to do what we do. But like I was saying earlier, like I've got a meeting later and I'm going to take our menu and start crossing out menu items.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, like we don't need to minimize it. We need to shrink it a little teeny bit.
Okay.
Every kitchen employee that I've asked, I'm like, I need to get rid of some menu items, like
Yeah.
to help you guys out. What can I do?
Yeah.
And they just say nothing. We're fine. And I just look
Oh,
at
so
them.
they're like
Oh,
stoic. Like, no, add more.
Yeah, they're like, pile it on top of us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, dude, creme brulee it is.
Right. No, we're gonna start making our cream chip beef from scratch.
Can you imagine that? And then,
Should we put it to people tuning in or watching or listening
no,
to either eliminate or saves, like must keeps?
no, because it's going to come down to like, if there's a dish that is hitting like 3 or 4 people in the kitchen and not just like 2.
Right.
So it's like, okay, like, or 4 people, or it's it's got to be fried, and then it's got to go to this side, and then it's
Yep.
got to go to that side. Like,
Right.
hey, like we need less crossing, we need more efficient. Like, we don't want ticket times to suffer for the people that are here dining.
Yes.
We got a giant menu. There's tons of things to get. They're all really good, but so the table behind you can actually get their food in less than 45 minutes.
Right.
We're going to speed things up.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to 45 minutes yet, but like, it's inevitable with kids leaving.
Yeah. And I think that makes sense, and I think everybody needs to understand that if you want it's better to do fewer things well than a lot of things not well. Just in general.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And you do a lot of things really well.
I know.
Here and across the street.
But it takes an army of people to do that,
Yep.
and that army is going to shrink
Right.
because it's
There's a drawdown in the
it's
army.
still, dude. It's like, for as far as staffing, 1, massive shortage. 2, it's very seasonal. So like, it doesn't matter that everybody's relocating to the beach and we're going to be busier than ever. Those fucking people that are moving down here,
Yeah.
that was the first F word. They're not coming here to work.
17 minutes in.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
they're not coming to work here. They're coming to dine and eat here. So
Yeah.
we gotta set some.
If you're moving down here, you need to make some workers. Is what needs to happen, right?
Well, fun fact is that most of the kids that work here seasonally
Yeah.
are offspring of people that met in Dewey or summered in Dewey or whatever. It's actually hysterical.
I think it's an interesting dynamic, and one of the things that makes this place feel like family. To the
I'm
whole
listening.
bit
I'm getting text messages.
is that there are people who want their kids to work here. I mean, I think I'd be all right with my son working here in the kitchen if it wasn't.
Can he skateboard here?
No, that's the problem. Is he can't skateboard here. If he could, that would be perfect.
Dude, speaking of that, there's a particular employee. His name's Reagan. Yeatman.
Yep.
His social security number is, no, I'm kidding. Pretty funny, right? And he started here as like a decent bus kid. Then he like turned into a food runner. And then somehow in like 2019, or was it maybe 2019, he helped us out in the kitchen a little bit. And the last year he was in the kitchen,
Yeah.
but then he got inebriated the night before he came to work. He skateboarded to work,
Oh no.
fell. Oh, my wrist hurts. It's like, bro, I think your wrist is broken. So then he became a hostess.
Oh man.
But he came back from college this year,
Yeah.
and he's just been absolutely
Crushing
one
it.
of the most valuable people that have worked here this season.
Yeah.
Like, another starboard baby,
Yeah.
who just jumped in the kitchen one day, went on vacation because he's like 12. Reagan picked up his shifts.
Yeah.
He filled in for Josh one day.
Yeah.
Like, across the board, like, he's probably he would be my MVP of the season right
I
now.
was gonna say we have a little
He was-
preview of the
He was
staff
waiting
party.
tables a couple weeks ago. He was going to work to go. A server called out, and I said, "Hey, this is your section." And he said, "All right."
They just did it,
Dude.
Jumped right in.
Organic. I love it.
I've often thought about doing that as good content. If I just like took over a section and had you film it, and just just to see what would happen.
I need like spy glasses.
Yeah, like yeah. Well, we do it like a mic'd up. So like it's like a long shot, but we
A lot more F words on the mic'd up.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Well, and especially probably a lot of efforts from the customers if I'm the one that is subbing in as
Yeah, dude, honestly, there's not many F words flying around here that aren't mine.
Okay,
Literally,
that's not a bad thing.
man,
You're thinking about it.
I am.
Hey, Brian,
Right.
producer Natalie.
All right, we'll get a beer eventually.
Yeah, service here.
She's gonna pick up on it. This
Yeah.
delay is awesome.
Are you listening?
Can you yell at Brian that we need a beverage of whatever he wants to make us? No gin though.
Yeah. Make us something.
Dude, don't put that on air. It's been sitting there. It's melted.
That doesn't
The,
look.
the contrast of that drink.
That does not look pretty.
Well, that's what happens to an Orange Crush. It settles. The fruit
That's why you-
juice
that's
and,
why
the,
you
and
have
the
to-
pulp go to the bottom.
You have to drink them fast.
No, you take your time, Todd. Don't promote binge drinking on the podcast.
That's why we got the
This
wider
guy-
straws.
Dude, next week on the podcast, Todd gets his ABC card. Dude, we should actually do it. If you could like do like a share screen,
Right. Of me like taking the test,
dude,
or
we could probably sell that to the DRA as like a education.
or no, it would be one of those great like instructional videos of like what not to do. Right?
No,
Like
because
the-
you would do very well
the-
on the test because you're a responsible drinker,
I am.
and that's part of it. And then you need to know a few more laws, how to card somebody, how to tell
What-
if somebody's had too much to drink,
Right.
and hopefully you'd pass it 100 out of 100.
Okay.
What are the 3 forms of ID that we could accept?
That we can accept. All right. So no studying, just working off of
Yeah, brain.
working off
Big
my brain. Driver's license,
State issued driver's license or ID. We'll count that as one.
military,
Military ID.
and passport.
Boom. Do you know what?
No fishing license.
No.
No captain boat license.
Nope.
Holy.
Say whatever you want to make.
It's green and it's in a
Do we have to fun drink this?
purple
I
glass.
just put the 2 straws.
You really made that nice.
Do you want to know what's in it?
Could we actually have 2 beers after we chug this?
Yeah.
Do you want me to tell you what's in it?
Nope. We want to be surprised. It makes for better TV.
And we're gonna fun drink this. Post COVID, we're both
We don't know.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Live on the air. And
That's pretty green.
we're both vaccinated, for the record.
Right. We're in a pineapple juice shortage, and you're going to waste the pineapple? Was there pineapple in there?
It's a pineapple juice shortage.
There's all
There's a
kinds
shortage of everything. That was fantastic.
Oh, perfect. My wife just texted me. I guess it's
Drink
safe. I guess it's safe to assume I'm picking up the kids.
Lauren, thanks for tuning in.
I love it.
That's fantastic.
Hey, somebody worked here back in the day. Karen M. Rubelu. Oh, I
That-
can't see her face.
Karen, thanks for tuning in. Great memories. I'm sure it was just as much fun when you worked here. Nelson, Toastie.
See?
Don't promote binge drinking.
Listen,
Yeah. Nelson calling out the hypocrisy.
this is green screen. We're not at the starboard.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could be anywhere.
We could be anywhere. That's pretty good. Danielle, who's Danielle? Is that Brian's mom or something?
Brian Harris?
Saying hi to Brian. Danielle.
Oh, no, she's saying hi to Brian Wright. Dude, Brian, his family, there's like 5,000 members.
Yeah. I
And-
think they like sell tickets to be a member of that family.
I think at the family reunion, you go every year, and like, if you don't already have like an established career, like, you paper rock scissors for like who's going to remain to work in a restaurant and who's going to go get like an actual like
Oh, really?
career outside of the restaurant industry. I'm not saying that
Not a real
what he's
job
not doing is not
versus
career.
yeah.
But he was in the pool with a bunch of chicks the other day at his aunt's house when I was dropping off Nick's scarf, some baby stuff.
Oh, nice.
Could have been dudes.
I would also like to mention Nick walked by earlier with the Casamigos banner plane, and he wanted to set up a fishing team. Last week we talked about this,
Well, if he wins the White Marlin Open, we're going to talk about it.
but from what I understand, Muskie has already ordered shirts.
Muskie is a freshwater fisher.
Oh, is he?
Fisherman? Fisher person?
Fisher person?
Whatever you want to say. And, I mean, I get it,
Right,
but Nikki wants to go, like, deep-sea fishing for larger fish.
right.
It's like the Bloods and Crips of fishing.
True. Yeah, no, that's how it is.
One doesn't know what the other one's doing.
Right.
The other one
one's
doesn't
like in a
understand
John
it.
boat, and the other one's in like
One's
a,
eating the fish, one just throwing them back.
Yeah. You know who would be a good sponsor for the show is Liquid Coastal.
Bring us some shirts.
Bring us some. I actually got a hat from Mr. Greg Plummer down at the Ocean City Tuna Tournament. Actually, you want to hear something fun in my world?
I love fun things.
I got picked up by our friend Jason King to film the tuna tournament, which
I thought you meant like at a bar.
oh no.
He was like, "Hey, I love your glasses."
He's like, hey, you want some twisted tea? You want to get twisted?
Tease.
And
He's a good dude. He's a great guy.
he's a great guy. And I think I mentioned it maybe last week, but the tuna tournament happened. It was amazing. Filmed it. Saw Mr. Matt Funk and his lovely wife there as well.
Jill.
Jill Funk.
We're like doxing people in this podcast. It's awesome.
No, it's like shout outs, right?
First
then-
and last name?
I don't know. No, that's like if we said where they live, that's doxing people. Yeah. So, we picked up another Boston beer gig.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. So up in Wilmington, Total Wine and Spirits.
I was talking with
We're
somebody.
They have a big event at the end of August.
Dude, I was talking with somebody. It might have been Eric, the guy that owns Big Fish, about Total Wines. And
Eric
just,
Segru.
Yeah, and just the amount of alcohol that those guys can get, the Total Wine like group.
Right.
He's like, dude, Toast, there's nothing like it on the planet. And I'm from, I live down here. Like,
Yeah.
I go to Atlantic Liquors. And
Which is huge.
I drink a couple drinks here.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, I drink at Monty's pool.
Yeah. Your neighbor's pool.
Soon. Moving in. Drop my kids off.
Yeah.
But anyways, I hear that place is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
I almost want to go with you to see what it's like.
You can come. It's going to be August 28th. It's a huge event.
What day is that?
It's a Saturday, 1 to 3. Sam will be there.
I'll be busy.
1 to 3. It's the largest location that they have. So it's something like 6,000 square feet.
Who owns that? A guy named Byer?
Huh?
Andy Byer? Who owns that location?
I don't know.
Dude, we gotta get to the
I
bottom of
talked to the Dogfish / Boston beer guy.
All great guys.
Mitchell.
All great people. Mitchell
Mitchell. Do you know Mitchell?
doesn't like Mitch. I learned that as like the first couple days he took Dan Ryan's no. He took somebody's job.
Dan Ryan with Yeti.
No, because in my phone it said Mitchell, Dan's boss.
Oh, funny.
But
Yeah.
doesn't like Mitch. He's like, it's Mitchell. And I was like, you got it, Mitchell.
Perfect.
But I haven't seen him since. So he's probably up north.
I think he's up north.
Now I see what the Funks.
Yep. So now that we finally had a dinner with you and your wife, we're gonna try to have a dinner with the Funks.
Well, whatever you do, don't take him to Irish Eyes. Because apparently people are going to meet him there for some kind of beer off.
Oh.
Have you heard about this?
No.
Dude, he had this
Is it,
wild...
now, talking about doxing, is this a
No,
a
he
Matt Funk
put it
thing?
on Facebook. It's like public.
Oh, perfect.
He put something on Facebook about what kind of beer all these people
Oh,
drink.
yeah,
and it was like
yeah,
a rant.
yeah.
And I was like, dude, are you okay? And I was like, I'm coming. And then like
You knew about that.
Yeah, I did know.
there
that.
was
I
like
did know
there
that.
was like 50 comments like, dude, we'll be there. What are we drinking?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like we got to drink one old guy that only drinks like Miller Lite on the table. Like, okay, we're in.
Yeah, because like he had a White Claw or something like that, and somebody
Was it a White Claw?
I feel like it was a seltzer and
Oh,
no, it's
you
a
know,
Truly. It was Truly,
Oh,
of course.
You went, dude. Hey.
Well, I was off brand there. Sorry.
Guess who got
Sorry,
fired for
Mitchell.
the Total Wines gig? It was Todd for saying White Claw.
Yes, this episode brought to you by Truly.
We don't even sell it here.
It's truly amazing. Truly. So, yeah, that. In fact, I mentioned something about like because it was about the seltzer shaming. It's like we don't need that. We don't need a world. And he came back with, I will 60-minute you under the table.
That's like a cultural thing. Like, I feel like anymore, like you can't just be happy for somebody. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, you should be.
You should be. I hate O'Nataly's that Sauvignon Blanc.
Meh.
I'm like,
is that New Zealand?
I'm like, hey, like, it looks like you're having a good time drinking that wine.
Right.
I don't give it.
Yep.
Profanity. See,
I mean, you already dropped the F-bomb, so
yeah, but not too many times.
it's not like we're being monitored by anybody.
This is not for kids.
This is not for kids.
Yeah, but like, just be happy for other people. Who cares what they drink?
On my
Who
other,
cares what they drink? Who cares what they do? Who cares if they have a cooler car than you or a bigger house?
or
Or they can squat more than you.
Oh, hey, well, be happy for. Actually, Cynthia can squat quite a bit.
Jamaican me crazy.
My co-host on my other podcast, Day Drinking on Delmarva,
Yep.
has a phrase that we like to use. It's drink what you like and be happy.
Yeah, brother.
Take care, Poppy.
Have a good one, man.
Thank you. Drink what you like and be happy.
Were they not all together?
I think they were meeting up.
Okay. As long as it wasn't like we were just randomly podcasting 5 inches from some random dude. I was like, I think we're all friends.
Funny story. We know these people who are sitting just off camera, and they glanced over and they saw the setup that we have, which is a camera and a computer. Low profile by production means, but probably a little bit standing out, sitting on Anthony Bar.
This is
And-
just like what I use for my newsletters.
And Jen goes, oh look, Todd and Natalie must be here because there's cameras, and like they saw the camera before
it's like
they saw
it's
us.
like your bat signal.
It is.
It's like your
We're here. We're doing it.
your spotlight.
Yes.
Is that what you're calling?
Well, I will tell you what. With that, we've been running into. We're pulling into the station.
The people are gonna love it. Let's replay real fast.
Yeah.
Tonight we have
Kristen and the Noise full band,
and the Lanoisio.
and then tomorrow, the Red Hots on the deck,
Boom, 2:30,
2:30,
and then we have
and then Just the Tip.
Brian O'Boyle.
Dude, this is like
and
a
Just
holiday
the Tip.
weekend. Like the lineup is like holiday weekend level
Yeah,
lineup.
the more bands we have, the more we hope we can take some tables out and the kitchen doesn't get murdered.
That's an interesting strategy. Bold
Sunday,
strategy, Cotton.
the 19th Street Band.
The 19th Street Band.
And Sunday night, Kristen acoustic with, I would assume, Steve.
Steve, maybe Danny on the bongos.
I love bongos. Yeah, and then we're back to Monday,
Yep.
and then Comedy Night Tuesday, Lost in Paris Wednesday, and then every second of the day we have a cool DJ. Well, not every second of the day, but most times of the day we have a DJ here.
Parked right
Either-
up there behind
Yep,
us.
either the legendary DJ John Hardy,
He's legendary.
legendary DJ Smokey, Joe Carpenter, Wood Bird. We're doxing people.
Yep.
Woody B,
Woody B.
or the infamous DJ Manny Man.
Manny Man, let's get
Who-
this party started.
I don't know what time
Let's
it is,
get
but
ji-
he
let's
will be
get
here.
jiggy with
He
it.
will be here soon. We moved. He used to be outside on Fridays,
Yeah.
but it's been so hot and we've been so busy for the restaurant that we want to keep some tables, but also dude, he brings this whole rig, sweating. We're like, dude, man, do you want to be inside? He's like, I absolutely want to be inside. Like, are you kidding me? I would love that.
Yeah.
Well, this is secondhand information from Meg,
Okay.
and Meg moved in.
Yeah.
She was like, I've never thought anybody would be so happy to be inside in the air conditioning. I was like, well, it's hot
I
as shit out
mean,
there.
it's a hot one out there.
All right, so what is it?
Which is important to remember.
Hydrate. We got 200 more cases of bottled water delivered today. Make sure that after you drink them, you recycle them. Don't throw them on a street. And also, a message to the people that are Ubering here. Not everybody, but some of the people. when you get out of the Uber, and like say you have a beer in the Uber, I don't know what the laws are there. Not a cop, not a lawyer, not an Uber driver. If you're drinking let's say you're drinking a Truly can in the Uber, just spill it out and carry it to a trash can and throw it in the trash can.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like the litter in this town, has never been worse.
Really?
And like, you know, every day, all day, like I walk up the street and I pick up trash. The bus kids go around every day. The door guys go around every night. But like, we can only go so many blocks.
Right.
Like the new town manager, Bill Zorber, phenomenal job. He's got guys running around grabbing trash. But like, hey, two things. Don't throw shit on the ground that belongs in a trash can. And don't put gum under a fucking table. What is that? You can swallow the gum. It's not going to fucking kill you.
Swallow the gum.
Hey.
Swallow gum, throw shit away.
We're signing out. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
You, wherever you are. Have a great weekend. Hydrate, drink some water. Enjoy everybody in town.
Be nice to people.
Yeah, and if you see anybody that works in our kitchen,
Buy them a drink.
Give them a high five or a hug.
Can we add like buy the kitchen around on the menu? Have you seen that? We'll talk about it.
You know what? I'm getting ready to reprint it. We could probably add it.
Perfect.
Signing
Thank you.
off.
Bye-bye.